You guys, you can see I'm back in the car recording, but I don't care. I need to get this video out for you guys. But I saw this comment and I needed to address this because I think that a lot of times our mentality needs to change. It's a huge problem for real in the Black community, any community. When you're building credit, I think that we're not looking at credit the right way, like seriously. But let me show you guys the comment, and then you guys can fully read it and then let me know. Look at him trying to mess with me. Told you I cannot do anything. Let me show you this comment, like read it, and then I want to talk about it. So y'all go ahead and read it, pause it, and then we can talk about it. Give me 10 minutes. Okay? But I'm in the car, don't knock. Okay, let somebody dying. So go ahead and pause it and let's talk about this. So in the Open Sky video, I talked about how they had the new Open Sky credit card. They could possibly graduate your credit card, right? But in this case, she's saying that it's computer generated. I talked to them over the phone. They told me that you should get an email about it. I personally still have an Open Sky credit card. I got this credit card to build my credit years ago, you guys. Years ago. I still have it. It's like $1,000 limit on it. I never got any increase, or maybe I need to look on my Credit Karma and see maybe if I got an increase. I don't use it. Like, I just pay the annual fee when it comes, and I just leave it at that because it's a very, very old account. So I don't care, honestly, if it's graduated. I've been way past that Open Sky credit card. It did what it needed to do when it did, when I needed it. But I'm past it now. I'm on to other things. And I want you guys to think of these credit cards the same way. In the comment, she said, okay, I got 4 credit union credit cards. And she seemed kind of angry about it. Maybe she not. Maybe I read it the wrong way. But that was a lot to write. So I want you guys to understand this. When you guys get these secure credit cards, you do not care about them. Do not care about them. Especially like an Open Sky credit card. They never told you in the beginning that they were going to graduate. Like, they wasn't Navy Federal. Usually put $200 down in 6 months is going to graduate to $2,000. It's not a Capital One. It's not a Discover. We went over Discover in a video yesterday. Let me see if I can let this fly out. We went over Discover in a video yesterday where Discover was saying, hey, if you do these different things, it's going to graduate. I want you guys to think of all these credit cards as they may not graduate. Just for your mental, like, say in your head, these credit cards may not graduate, because what you need to do is just make sure that you get you 4 credit cards, especially when you're building your credit. Just get you 4 credit cards. Keep the balance low, the reporting balance. Keep your utilization, I would say, like 5%. So say if you used to get like that $1,000 credit card. So for my Open Sky, I would never let them report more than $50. Even if I used it, I'll make sure I pay it all the way off. Or if I was used again, I'll just make sure they do not report more than $50. Anything more than that as a balance is going to hurt my credit score. I understood that. Okay. And that goes for all of your credit cards. Those starter credit cards, when you get them secure credit cards, even if they graduate, think of them as not graduating. Them graduating is a bonus, because you're going to be disappointed if they don't graduate. Just keep the mindset I'm going to tell you. Okay, so you got your 4 credit cards. If they're secure credit cards, keep this in mind. You only want to keep these cards in terms of these going to be your only cards for about 6 months to a year. Once you get to that 6 months to a year mark, your credit score should have went up so much. Because if you guys have like negative accounts while you waiting on these credit cards to help you get some type of history, keep boosting your credit score, you want to make sure during this 6 months to a year, you're deleting any negative account that's in your credit report, so your credit scores can be in the 700s. Like I told you guys, when I filed bankruptcy, I got the Open Sky. I got that then, but I got my bankruptcy removed, and my credit score did drop when that bankruptcy was added, but my credit score still went to the 700s in like 6 months, because I'm doing what I'm finna tell y'all. I made sure I had my 4 credit cards. Even if they're secure, get them. I don't care. Okay. And about 6 months to a year, you want to think about, okay, what credit cards do I want to get next? Because eventually a lot of the credit cards like Open Sky, you're going to have to close it. Like, I just haven't closed mine because I just don't know what it's going to look like when I have a closed account. Like, when I paid off my car, my credit score went down and I felt some type of way. And I just don't know what it's gonna look like, and I'm not desperate for the $1,000, to be honest. Like, it can sit there. If I want it, I know I can close it. It'll come back to me. I'll be fine. It's sitting there. It's like having an extra savings account just sitting somewhere else. Plus, it's still helping me with my credit because it's making my average age of accounts. It's helping me. So I'm gonna let it sit there. Yeah, I think I have to pay like a $35 annual fee, but listen, it is what it is. But like I said, 6 months to a year, you want to start moving on to something better. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to crack jokes about certain things, but like, let's be real. I just want to be real. I just want to be myself on how I look at things. So I think about, like, Cat Williams was talking about, some of y'all women need to look around because y'all got starter men right now. These ain't the men y'all gonna be with. This is a stepping stone man. Like, I know y'all heard that joke, right? That makes me laugh all the time. But when I think of that, I think about these credit cards. Like, I'm not gonna keep you forever. You're not gonna give me a $20,000 credit card. So eventually I'm gonna have to go on to another credit card. Like, I cannot stay with you, because I had to put money up to mess with you. You didn't just say, hey, I'm going to give you $1,000 limit. I had to put the money up for it. So these are starter credit cards. So about 6 months to a year, your credit score should be lit. Because again, you should have worked on getting all your accounts deleted. You should have had 4 credit cards that have been reporting for 6 months to a year. You should have a very decent credit score, and then you shouldn't have, maybe you have a few scattered negative accounts, but it is not as bad as it was before. You should be able to move on to more credit cards. Now, I have a list of credit cards where you can pre-qualify for them without a hard inquiry. Okay? Like, when the last time I really got credit was in November. So in November, I went on a credit card spree when I got like a lot of credit, right? So I go for credit cards that can pre-qualify me without a hard inquiry. Those are the cards that I like. Or I like say the girl said she was with a credit union. If you with a credit union, some of the credit unions can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. But if you can actually sit down with someone at a credit union and they're the person, like they're the underwriter, some small credit unions. If you guys watch me, I talked to you guys about how I got a $6,000 credit card with a credit union before they refinanced my car, and I was like at a 620 credit score. If you can sit down and the person that's right there is the one that's actually giving you the approval, that would be good. There gotta be a very, very small credit union, probably 1 branch, 2 branch, maybe 3 branches. Okay, very, very small. If you can get that, then go for it. But try to pre-qualify for a credit card without a hard inquiry. Do not make the mistake of sitting with that credit card for more than a year without making some type of move, though. Because these are secure credit cards. They're only supposed to be the stepping stone. Like, they're only supposed to get you to a higher credit card where you don't have to actually put down a deposit. Now you got your own $1,000 credit card, $2,000 credit card, maybe $6,000 credit card without having to put any money up. And then eventually, as you get to the credit that you want, say if you want to buy you a house, after you buy your house, after you get the car you want, after you start getting approvals for $5,000, $10,000 credit cards, and you like, I don't need to do anything. I got my credit cards. Like, I'm sitting on my credit. The last credit I had, I'm sitting on that still for a year. And I had 0% APR on those for like, I think it was like 15 months, 21 months. So I might not even need to go for some more credit in a year. But I would tell you all, once you get I would say like 4 more credit cards. And this is just something that I personally did. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. I'm just telling y'all that this is what y'all need to do, especially if y'all credit cards are not graduating. You need to have in your mind that they're not going to graduate anyway. They're just going to get you to the next step. Okay, so after having no credit cards for a year, secure credit cards, get you like 4 more credit cards. Just get you 4 more credit cards, because these credit cards right here, you should aim for no annual fee now, because now your credit should be kind of lit. You should have no annual fee. You should have a decent limit. That's another thing. So no annual fee and a decent limit. Though I think those are the 2 things. And then go for cash back if you can. Like, even the Discover Secure credit card can give you cash back. Like, so try to go for cash back. I understand like a bonus when you first get the credit card, but cash back, that's going to continuously happen, because then you can be like me, like, okay, I'm only going to use this credit card for gas, if I don't get that much cash back, at least I know I can use my Apple. As long as I use Apple Pay, I get 2% back. Even though I know, like, okay, my Wells Fargo credit card will give me 2% back, so no matter what, I'm gonna use that. But Apple giving me increases, so I'm gonna make sure I keep spending money on Apple so they can keep giving me increases. Like, you'll have options where you're getting cash back. So just try to know, like, okay, I'm only keeping y'all for 6 months to a year, and then it's going to be over in terms of I'm going to be able to get more credit. I'm not really going to be using this credit card like that. I just needed y'all to get to where I need to go. And if these credit cards do not graduate, you don't trip, because it still got you where you need to go into another credit card. Do not sit on this credit card for 2 years, 3 years and saying, it's not helping me, I don't know what's going on. It already most likely did what it needs to do. It's time for you to go to the next step, and do not hold a balance on this credit card, like a high balance. So if you got $1,000 credit card, do not hold a $900 balance on it and wondering why it has not increased, because you're going to have problems. Like, I'm just being honest, y'all going to have problems. Stop sitting with these credit cards for too long. You're not supposed to sit with them for too long in terms of, this is all I have. You need to add more to the bunch. So like I said, 6 months to a year, just check your credit. And then I'm going to show you a list right now of credit cards that can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. Go to that list. Go down there and say, oh, I like this credit card. Let me go ahead and get it. Okay? I want to see if I can go ahead and get it, because these credit cards going to tell you yes or no without giving you a hard inquiry. Now, if they do tell you yes, if they say, yes, Rickita, we can give you this credit card, sometimes they'll even tell you a limit. If you say, oh, I want that, or if I just say, go ahead and give it to me, I give my full social date of birth, you're getting a hard inquiry at that time. Understand that, because people like, I thought you said pre-qualified with no hard inquiry. Yeah, you pre-qualified. I mean, they told you yes or no, but once you say, hey, give me the credit card, you got you a hard inquiry. Okay. And if anybody have went through this already, please put some encouragement in the comments, because I know when I, like, different stages of my life and stuff like that, I went through certain things. I thought things were impossible, things was never going to happen, and then I just start going on YouTube, reading stuff, reading books, and I'm realizing, like, I need to stop with my mindset. Like, this is for me, this is the right track. If you guys have ever went through the point where you had to just start getting more credit, or even if that you was able to get more credit 6 months to a year, put it down in the comments to, like, encourage other people that's actually, like, watching these videos. And if you guys get approved for credit cards, definitely come back and let me know. Put it in the comments, and then tell me where your credit score was. I hate when people say, I got approved for $10,000. Okay, what was your credit score and what bureau did they pull? Like, give us more information, because then you got some people that think that they're going to be able to get that credit card, and that's not the case. Now, let's go to this list, because I'm going on, and hopefully that, like, change somebody's life. I know it will. Like, just one person. If this helps one person, I'll be happy, because this is something I had to learn. Like, you need to move on, okay? And you need to move quick, okay? Just move quick. So let's go ahead and check out this list. So if you go to my website, Rickita.com. So let me see. If you go to my website, just Rickita.com, this is what it's going to look like when you first come in. Okay. If you scroll down, you will see pre-qualified with no hard inquiry. I've got other lists on here, like top credit cards, best credit card to build credit, gas credit card, rewards credit cards, cash back, travel, student. Some of these credit cards can actually pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. But I just put this list together because, like, when I went and got some credit cards last time, I went through this one. Like, I went on here and looked, okay, which ones do I want? And then I went and got some more outside of this list, which I should add to the list. I just need to get my S word together to be on top of this. I'm just busy right now. But this is the list. Like, a lot of my credit cards is on this list. That's why I love this list. So one more thing before I go on, I'm not taking calls this summer unless you're part of my membership. So you can definitely get access to my membership here. All of these is the same membership. It's just different pricing, basically. Or you can schedule a call with somebody on my team right here at the top. So even if you're a member, you can go here and schedule a call and say Rickita only appointments. But as soon as you have a Rickita only appointment, they're going to know that I'm not going to take that appointment. They're going to tell you got to have a membership, or you can talk to somebody else on my team. Okay. So let's just get that out the way. Now let's look at this list. It's so many credit cards on here. Now, some of these credit cards are secured. Some of them may not be for you depending on your situation. Everybody's situation is different, but let's go through some of them. And I'm just going to go through them fast and just tell y'all about each of them. And I'll tell y'all what situation y'all going to be in. So if you can't get approved for any credit card at all, go ahead and get the Self Visa card, because you're not going to get a hard inquiry. You do have to have something called the credit builder account, which you can watch the video and learn more about it, but you can still get this. That's if you can't get any credit card at all. You watching this video just because you ain't even got a credit card, nobody going to give you a credit card. This is probably going to be for you. Credit builder card, again, is for people that just filed bankruptcy. You can't get any credit card at all. And, maybe you filed, I realize chapter 13 and chapter 7 is different. You file chapter 7 bankruptcy, a lot of times you can get credit right away. But if you do 13, they're not trying to give you credit right away. So if you file like 13, the Self and this one may be great for you. If you just got your credit score in like the 300s or 400s, this is very, very low, then it needs to be great for you. Kickoff, I like the installment account where you're paying $10 per month. So maybe you guys want to do that one. That may be a good one. But let me take a go, because I'm just talking too much and I did a crazy workout this morning. Okay, sorry about that. So the kickoff account, I like the kickoff account for those people, like I said, that you don't have credit like that. You need to get some type of credit. Plus, they got like the $5 account. It can help you build your credit. But I'd rather do like the installment account for $10 per month. Just educate yourself on it so you can kind of fully know what I'm talking about, because I'm just skimming over everything. Because we're talking about over 45 accounts. But that $20 a month, I don't believe in that one. Somebody did say that their credit score went up 126 points, but still, I just don't believe in paying that type of money. I'm just being honest. I think you could have got a credit card and it could have went up that amount. Like, I love to Discover Secure, because you could put your deposit down on it, and they say after 6 consecutive payments, about 8 billing cycles, I would say, you're going to get that increase as long as you have no new negative accounts and your credit score just been going up, and you've been paying all your bills on time and your card still open. They're going to be able to give you that increase. So I definitely love this one. That's a Discover. Tumo is no longer. I need to stop being lazy, I guess, and delete that. Discover all of their credit cards. They can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. If you want, just go directly to the Discover website and see what they can pre-qualify you for. I believe on some of these links that say apply for Discover, like if you apply for the credit card, you'll get like a $50 credit, because I have like that promotion for, like, since I got the Discover, I have the promotion where if you apply for it, you can get $50. So definitely check that out. Apple. So Apple, I love my Apple card. You definitely need to have some type of Apple ID to be able to get the Apple card, but you can pre-qualify for it without a hard inquiry. Also had another client that was on like they have a thing where if your credit's not the best, they have like a path, or I don't know what to call it, but they have a program where they can still try to monitor you to see if they can actually give you the credit card in a few months or a year. So definitely keep trying. I remember Apple wouldn't give me a credit card at one point, but look at me now, and they give me increases. So I definitely love them. But I did have to ask. They're just not gonna give it to you. Just ask for it. And rewards, $200 deposit is gonna graduate to $2,000 in about 6 months. Simple as that. You need to have an account with Navy Federal, but with this one, I like this one because all you have to do, like when Navy Federal, all you got to do is just call them and just ask for a savings account. That's what I did. I called them, said, hey, I want a savings account. They said, how can you be a member? How do you qualify? I say, hey, my granddad was in the Navy. They didn't question anything. I had to turn no documents. My granddad really is in the Navy, was in the Navy. He's passed away now, but I was able to get that account. Okay. Again, another Discover account. Pedal 1 and Pedal 2. I remember when I applied for them, they told me to unfreeze my Sage Stream, I believe, or my LexisNexis. They want to look at third-party bureaus, but still, you can pre-qualify for them without a hard inquiry. And I ended up not doing it, so I didn't get it. Discover, Cashback, love them. Capital One. All the Capital One credit cards, they can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So definitely check it out. You can go directly on their website and pre-qualify for any of the credit cards that they have. But I have seen comments of people saying their Capital One recently, like on the YouTube channel, that it graduated. So I guess I'm going to get them a pass for now. Another Discover. Open Sky. This is the one we originally talked about. You know, this is if you ain't got no, you got like nobody can give you a credit card. This self and the credit builder cards, that's where you at. You just file bankruptcy, probably chapter 13, because after chapter 7 they usually still try to give you a credit card. I will still try, but if nobody give you a credit card, you're not building credit. You need to get credit right away, so just go ahead and just get this card. Another Discover card, Credit One Bank. Credit One Bank gave me a credit card after chapter 13 bankruptcy, but this and I didn't go through, but I guess I didn't cancel my bankruptcy. I knew I wasn't going to probably go through with my full bankruptcy, end up being dismissed. But Credit One Bank is for those people to me, like if you're desperate, like, I mean, nobody give you a credit card, try Credit One Bank. But if you got decent credit, like, stay away from them. Again, we don't want annual fees, okay? We don't want annual fees, and we want cash back. Once you get your credit decent, like, we got to have standards, and that's our standards. Capital One, again, you can pre-qualify for them. Credit One Bank. Wayfair. So I got Wayfair. Wayfair to me is just like any other credit card. I'm not using it. It's like emergency credit card. I wanted to get like a sectional for my bedroom. I'm thinking about getting it on there because they have like how my Amazon credit card, how you can have like 12 months or 6 months of 0% APR, or they have like the 5% back on all Wayfair like purchases and stuff like that. But other than that, to me, it's just a regular credit card. It's with Citi. I don't know what the possibilities are going to be for increases. I'm not really using it like that. I did use it like to rent a car, but that was it. Like, it is what it is. Walgreens, I like them for my couponing. I haven't couponed in a few months though, but I have such a big stash with couponing. I like them because I coupon at Walgreens. It's just a win-win for me. And you can use your Walgreens credit card to buy like certain gift cards, but we'll talk about the place I really like to buy gift cards from. I use this usually for couponing. It's with Synchrony Bank. So if Synchrony Bank will give you credit cards, then definitely go with them. They may tell you they need to send you some in the mail. You have to do verification, but just go through the verification, okay? NASA, I don't have their credit cards, but I heard a lot of people that actually have them. So definitely check them out. Mission Lane, I tried them. They cool. Nothing major to talk about with them. Credit Strong, I would ignore that because you really got to pay to have that. Capital One, Prosper can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry, but sometimes they're going to ask to look at your bank account, so beware. And they can tell you how much they're going to approve you for. Milestone, check the fees on this one, okay? For all of them, again, the fees, what I'm saying, check any maintenance fees or annual fees. Those are the fees that you need to check. Capital One again. The Tempur-Pedic, these next credit cards, get them or not, they can pre-qualify you without hard inquiry. What I do like about some of these credit cards is like store credit cards. Any store credit cards that we finna see, just think that they're going to give you a higher limit a lot of time. Okay, and that can help with your utilization. So if you spend too much on your credit cards, this can help with your overall utilization. Okay, you don't have to think about getting a mattress or anything like that. You can think, oh my gosh, like somebody got a $7,200 credit limit with them. You can think, okay, that can help with my utilization. If I spend too much on my credit card, or if I have 0% on another credit card and I'm holding the balance, this can actually help. So think of that like that. Sealy, same thing. The Yamaha, same thing. Bob's Discount, same thing. US Alliance, you can go with them if you want to. They can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. Coles, same thing. Coles is with Capital One. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Capital One, Destiny, check the fees, but they can't pre-qualify you. Lowe's, I love my Lowe's credit card. So over this weekend, we have Memorial Day. They had a 12 months 0% APR. I like to go to Lowe's to get to get gift cards, because they have all different types of gift cards. Like, okay, so I'm going out of town next month. So what I did was I got a lot of the food gift cards. Instead of me using money, I can get the 0% APR, and I technically won't have to pay this money back until May of next year. I'm going to pay it back sooner, but I love the point of having 0% APR. You can't beat that. Plus, you can get like Southwest gift cards. You want to book flights, or you can get like Airbnb, clothing, like any gift card. Okay, you can get these different gift cards at Lowe's, and that's what I use my Lowe's credit card for. I did use it for like a generator, but I ended up taking the generator back because you get 0% usually for 6 months. But over the holiday, it was 12 months, and I was like, I need to rack up on this. I was almost tempted to do Christmas, but I was like, it don't make a difference. Even if I do Christmas like that, I usually use my Amazon credit card for that. But because I can do 12 months as long as I spend $250. So I love Amazon for that. But this was a great option for them to have that 12 months during Memorial Day. So I love to brag on my Lowe's. Plus, they gave me increases like crazy. So it's a high limit on it. So I like that. Lexus, if you want to do it, GM Rewards, I have a 0% for 12 months. It is what it is. I don't really use it. Use it for renting cars, maybe, but nothing major. Okay. This one is with Goldman Sachs, so the same thing as like Apple. I asked them for an increase. They didn't like that I held a balance on it because I have the 0% APR. I haven't asked for an increase since. I'm going to ask for an increase probably in like November though. Care Credit. I love Care Credit. I had it before. I like it. You can pre-qualify for it. It's with Synchrony. Synchrony again. I have a few Synchrony banks. Home Depot, you can pre-qualify for it. Toyota pre-qualify. Capital One, Dell, they can give you a high limit that can help you with your utilization. Avant is personal loans. Best Egg, personal loans, and that's everything. So hopefully, like I haven't went over that list that fast or even that list in a long time, but hopefully this video is helpful to you guys. I just really want you guys to for real understanding, like these credit cards that y'all have right now, y'all not going to keep them forever. That's not what the goal is. The goal is to help me get somewhere, help me get to the point where I don't need to put a deposit down. So let me know if this video was helpful. Let me know if it was too long too. But I just want to be honest with you guys. So just talk to y'all like if y'all was my friends, like just putting y'all up on game, okay? But I will see you guys later. Don't forget, this is my extra 2 videos per day. Sometimes be in the car, sometimes be traveling. Sometimes just be maybe in the bed talking to y'all. It is what it is. So please give me grace with that. I just want to make sure I get the information out, and I don't want to think that I need to look a certain way or be a certain way to talk to y'all. So hopefully you guys get approved on the credit cards. Again, it's Rickita.com. Schedule a call with somebody on my team. If you're part of my membership, I'll be happy to get on a call with you all. Hopefully you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.